What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today we're just going to be talking about some games I've picked up recently. Most of these games are PlayStation related, either PS4, PS5 or PS2, and most of these are bought to play, and one of them is going into the collection. The other ones I fancy playing them, and I probably won't hang on to them afterwards. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to those games. The first game I picked up recently is a fighting game. I've not played a fighting game in ages, and this is my favourite fighting game series, so I thought I'd pick this one up. This is the latest in that series, and I've not played it before. It is Soul Calibur 6. I'm actually really surprised I didn't pick this up when this came out back in 2018, because this is, like, for me, one of the greatest, if not the greatest fighting game series of all time. I love it. I love Soul Calibur 1 and Soul Calibur 2. Soul Blade on the PS1 is amazing. So, yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick this one up. Maybe it's just, my love for fighting games has kind of dwindled a lot over the last maybe 15 or 20 years or so. It's been a while. I think that we've had a pretty top tier fighting game where it's like feature complete, because I find they slice off a lot of content these days for DLC and, you know, character packs and all this other nonsense. But I thought I'd pick this one up. It was £6. I thought, you know what, it's that time. It's the right time for me to really kind of pull the trigger on this one and give it a go. I do love the Soul Calibur series. Soul Calibur 5 was a bit wonky, so I don't know how this one fares, but according to reviews, it's a pretty good one. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. That is Soul Calibur 6. This next game is a straight up impulse buy, because again, it was super cheap. I've never been one for the Monster Hunter series. I've tried to get into those games, but they're not really for me. The closest thing that I got into, kind of, that was similar to Monster Hunter was a free-to-play title called Dauntless, which is basically Monster Hunter if it was really scaled back to the simplest components. That's what that game was. Pretty fun for what it was, but I didn't really put too much time into it. This game is a similar kind of ilk to Monster Hunter, but you kill demons and monsters in that ilk, like more demonic fare, more kind of like scary creatures. This game is called Tokuden Kiwami. I'm assuming it's probably not pronounced that way. I've probably butchered the pronunciation. But anyway, yeah, this is basically, from what I can tell from footage I've seen, is Monster Hunter but by way of demons instead of like creatures in the wild, I suppose. It looks quite cool to me. It might be more up my street than Monster Hunter, but I'm not sure what to expect from it. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, it was super cheap. It was a bit of an impulse buy. This is definitely going to be one of those games where I put on, I play for a bit, see if I like it. If I don't, it'll be passed on or traded in or something. But definitely a game I wanted to give a go. It looks pretty cool. It's very Japanese, of course. But yeah, let me know if you've played this one. Tokuden or Tukuden, I don't know how you fucking pronounce that name. But yeah, it basically looks like Monster Hunter, but with demons, apparently. This next game, when I saw this game revealed and I saw gameplay footage of it, I had to pick this one up. I didn't care what the reviews said. I didn't care what anything said. I kept myself blind to it, because when there's a new horror game that comes out and it kind of harks back to that kind of sci-fi horror, like Dead Space, for example, I'm on board. Colour me intrigued, right? This game is called Chronos: The New Dawn. This is the new horror game by Bloober Team. Bloober Team recently brought us Silent Hill 2 Remake. They also made games like The Medium and the Observer as well, games like that. But yeah, this game looks awesome to me. It really does look great, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, it looks like Dead Space to me. It does really look like Dead Space. On the back it says, Chronos New Dawn is a brutal third-person survival horror game set in the post-apocalyptic future and 1980s era Poland. So I think you have a bit of time travel mechanics in here to alter things in the game, which sounds pretty cool. But yeah, Chronos The New Dawn, I think it looks sick. You're probably looking at gameplay footage right now. I think it looks awesome. I think it looks great. I've heard it's very, very survival horror. There's a YouTuber I watch all the time called Worth a Buy. and he was saying that it's a bit too hardcore for him in the survival horror aspect. So I'm looking forward to the whole, you know, bullet management and all that kind of classic stuff that, you know, Resident Evil gave us. So hopefully that lives up to the hype. I wouldn't say I'm hyped for it. I'm just excited to give it a go because I love checking out new horror games, especially when they invoke those classics of the genre. That's Chronos, The New Dawn. This next game is, again, another impulse buy on my part, but I love kaiju, I love Godzilla, I love King Kong, and yeah, this is the other King Kong game that came out that hopefully might not suck compared to the other one that came out that definitely did suck. This one's called Kong Survivor Instinct. This game looks really, really cool to me. It's a 2.5D Metroidvania game where you play as a survivor of this city being absolutely destroyed by King Kong. And yeah, it looks really cool. Looks like my kind of game, really. It looks really, really cool where you got to figure out where to go forward and how to find things to progress. Your usual Metroidvania stuff. But in the background, you've got Kong and other monsters just wreaking havoc, and they can kind of come towards you, and then you've got to kind of like be quick about getting out of the building you're in. It does have kind of building collapsing building mechanics where you've got to kind of flee a building that you're in to survive. But it's got other usual Metroidvania stuff in it. It looks really cool to me. I think it got fairly middling reviews from what I see, but for me, it looks really cool to me. I don't know what it is, but I love kaiju, I love Kong, I love the Monsterverse, and yeah, it has this really cool slipcover on it as well. So yeah, very, very impulse buy. I've not seen this game physically before, so I thought I'd pick it up and I'm going to give it a shot. That's Kong Survivor Instinct. The final game in this video that I've picked up is a PlayStation 2 game, and it's a game that I've been wanting to pick up for a while that I've just not seen in the wild. I love this series. I think it's one of the premier arcade action series. I think it's great all the way back in the NES days, going through, you know, it started life in arcades, went into NES, and then obviously has progressed there. Some people would say this is probably the weakest title in the series. I've not played this one, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go. It is Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. Now, if you remember, I went to a convention last year and I picked up Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which I absolutely love. That game is arcade perfection. It's super fun. So this one, obviously by the artwork, for me, it's more of a really realistic kind of gritty take on Gauntlet. And even on the back, it looks a bit more kind of, more of a kind of a dark fantasy vibe to it, whereas I feel like the other Gauntlet games that I've played are more kind of colourful and kind of arcadey. This one looks a bit more kind of grounded in realism to an extent, as far as realism you can get with this kind of game, I suppose. But yeah, it looks quite cool to me. I wanted it for the collection. I love Gauntlet, so why not pick this one up? It wasn't expensive at all. It was like £4 or £5 in CEX, so I picked this one up big time. It's complete with manual as well, so I had to get this. If you played this one, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. But like I said, I love Dark Legacy. I think it's a great game, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out and see what this one gives us for the Gauntlet series. That's Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. So that is it, guys. Those are just a few games I've picked up recently that I fancy playing or wanted to add to the collection. Let me know if you've played any of these games in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thank you for all your support on this channel, from subscribing to liking the videos to commenting. Just thank you so much for that. You have no idea what it means to me. I can't believe we're already on our way to 3,000 subscribers. We are pushed the boat out past the 2,000 subscriber mark already, and I can't thank you enough for it, man. I love doing these videos. I love talking about video games. And yeah, as always, guys, let me know what you think of these games in the comments. Have you played them? Can you recommend anything else that you would like to drop down in the comments below? Just recommend games to me. I love taking your recommendations. Yeah, so thank you very much, guys. And as always, let's continue to recommend games for your collection.